Tonight marks the end of an era in the NBA as Kobe Bryant takes the court for one last time. We'll take you live to the Staples Center to hear fans and experts weigh in on his legacy.
USC has a new athletic director. Find out what some are saying about USC's surprising decision to hire former USC football player Lynn Swann.
And sirens and helicopters could be heard at LAX today, but don't worry, it was all just a drill.
Annenberg TV News is next.
Live from USC, you're watching Annenberg TV News.
I spent a good amount of money to come here, so we're staying right across the street, and we're taking it all in.
Basketball fans from around the world are gathering at Staples Center tonight to see Kobe Bryant play his final game. LA is buzzing tonight as Laker fans are waiting to see the end of a legendary career. Good evening, I'm Ryan Thompson.
And I'm Suji Nam. Thousands made their way downtown tonight for Kobe's last game, including our very own Scott Cook, who has more on the legacy he'll be leaving behind. Scott?
It's all good. Yeah, thanks, Suji. This is the place to be. I'm in downtown Los Angeles. I'm about 1 block away from the Staples Center, and fans are starting to trickle in to make their way to their seats for Kobe Bryant's final game as a Laker. Now, there's a whirlwind of emotions going on here. Fans are real excited. They want to wish Kobe well in his final game, but also this is the end of an era, so they're quite honestly not sure how to feel. Now, this morning I caught up with a couple people who know Kobe pretty darn well, and they told me a little bit about the legacy he'll leave on this city. Lakers fans and media personalities gathered at Staples Center today to reminisce about the historic 2 decades Kobe Bryant spent in the purple and gold.
Kobe lit it up like no one else. I'll never forget the Kobe Shaq years and the Portland game where they came back in the fourth quarter, and there was so much excitement in the city, and it was the best times. I mean, everybody had the purple and gold flags on their cars, and it was really, really fun. It was exciting, and we'll miss that excitement. I hope they find somebody who can bring that kind of excitement back.
Well, bigger than anybody who's ever played in Staples Center. That's the one thing about Kobe is, most of the other guys that have statues out there did it at the Forum. This is the first guy that did his whole career at Staples Center. Even Shaq, came along. Kobe, I think, played 2 years in the Forum and then 18 more here. So, I mean, there's nothing this compares to. He's the biggest star that building has ever seen.
Kobe's influence extends far beyond the walls of just the Staples Center. It influences all of Los Angeles, as you can see, and all across the world.
Really, there has been nobody bigger than Kobe. He speaks Italian, he's big in China, he has a global international appeal that no other American basketball player has ever had.
So, growing up, I thought Magic Johnson was the greatest Laker of all time, and I still do to a certain degree, but I think talking to the younger community, it's Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is the greatest Laker of all time to them. Statistically, he probably is in terms of most points scored and things like that. So seeing him retire after 20 years, a lot of people have been fans of the Lakers, not knowing what the Lakers are without Kobe Bryant. So it'll be kind of weird, I think.
Now, you just heard Arash Markazi talking about some of those millennial Laker fans, many of who can't even remember a Lakers team without Kobe on it. Now, like he said, feelings are a bit bittersweet, but as of right now, all the attention is on Kobe. All the excitement is heading into the Staples Center, and we'll be back in a little bit with another update. But for right now, back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Scott. Kobe Bryant went to the NBA straight out of high school. We got the chance to talk with his former high school basketball coach to see what he was like back then.
10th grade, Coach Downer and myself were watching him one day, and after a game, he just said to me, he goes, "Does anybody realize that the next Michael Jordan is in our gym?" He was in the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning. He was a high school kid. He always was the last one to leave. He stayed extra to shoot like 500 jump shots. Kobe told me in 11th grade he was going to be one of the five best players of all time. I think his legacy is his work ethic, because he outworked everybody, and the stories of how much time he put into weightlifting and to running and conditioning and to working out in the gym.
Kobe's final game starts at 7:30 tonight. Annenberg Media's Dan Lovey is live in downtown with fan reaction. Dan.
Thanks, Ryan. I'm here in front of Staples Center where earlier today fans were lining up as early as 7 o'clock in the morning to get tickets for tonight's game. Can you blame them? The cheapest ticket according to StubHub is $750, and that's in the nosebleed section. The most expensive ticket for tonight's game is $24,000 for a courtside seat. Now, I spoke to some fans earlier today, some of whom are lucky enough to attend tonight's game.
Hundreds of fans lined up early this morning at Staples Center for their opportunity to win a ticket to Kobe Bryant's last game.
And really, Kobe has given me so much. He's given the city so much. He's given the world and this league so much. And, you know, really, we owe it to him absolutely for these 20 years.
Yes, we are missing him because he's the best player in NBA right now.
Fans reminisced about their favorite Kobe moments.
My best moment is he got the 81 points. The best one he got at 81 points, and I was happy when he got that, you know. And he broke a couple of records. Can't nobody be better than Kobe. Ain't nobody gonna be better than Kobe.
He's been a chapter of my life, to be honest with you. Like, he's got, always tell people, you know, him and I are born the same day, but he's slightly more successful than I am.
As you can see behind me, fans are answering trivia questions about Kobe Bryant's careers, trying to earn raffle tickets so they can get a chance to get a ticket for tonight's game, Kobe's last of his 20-year career.
Fans who are lucky enough to have tickets to tonight's game will surely be going through an emotional roller coaster as they watch Kobe play one last time.
I would be lying to you if I said I wouldn't cry. And I keep imagining in my head, I keep dreaming it. And, you know, I think that when he's walking off that court for the last time and everyone's cheering, you know, I think there will be tears rushing down my cheeks. And I might want a hug. I might want a friend to help me out.
Emotions are definitely running high for fans and players alike. As you can see, more fans are starting to trickle in here with about an hour left before tip-off. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks, Dan. The Metro also honored the Lakers icon by temporarily changing the name of the Pico station to Kobe Station.
Welcome, and thanks for riding Metro Rail today.
The sign was installed at 6 a.m. today. The Pico stop attracts a lot of Lakers fans because Staples is just 2 blocks away.
My buddy told me, hey, go check it out. I didn't believe it. And I came home, witnessed it myself, and now everything is to be changed to Kobe Day, man. It's just Kobe. It's the king. King of LA, bro. He deserves it. I don't know how long this beautiful station, this platform is going to stay Kobe, but as long as it stays, I'll be riding it, man.
The Kobe sign will be up for the rest of the evening and will be taken down tomorrow. Social media feeds were flooded today with hashtag Mamba Day as Bryant received love from around the world. What stood out to you, Natalie?
Yeah, Suji, it really was incredible to see the reception Kobe got today from some of the biggest names around the world. Let's take a look. Laker legend Magic Johnson tweeted Kobe Bryant, "I've enjoyed every minute of your career. Hashtag thank you, Kobe, for all of the fantastic memories. Hashtag Mamba Day." Legendary boxer Muhammad Ali said, "Congrats, Kobe Bryant, on an amazing career. One of the greatest ever to play the game. Hashtag thank you, Kobe. Hashtag Ali tweet." Tiger Woods added, "As a die-hard Lakers fan, thank you, Kobe Bryant, for the memories and, of course, the 5 titles." Later on in the show, I'll be sitting down with USC basketball player Julian Jacobs to talk about what Kobe has meant to him.
Other big sports news tonight here at USC. Lynn Swan will replace Pat Hayden as athletic director beginning July 1st. Reporter Caroline Deisley has more on Swan and what people think of him as the next AD. Looks like we're having some technical difficulties there. We'll try and get you that package a bit later in the show.
Fire and bloody passengers were on the tarmac today at the Los Angeles International Airport, but it was not a disaster. Reporter Stephanie Wu shows us it was a drill for emergency personnel.
This is a drill, but since it's Los Angeles, it looks more like a scene in a Hollywood movie. About 500 emergency response personnel from LA Fire Department, airport police, and other agencies participated in this drill, along with other 150 volunteers.
I have a leg injury. They've told me I can't walk, and make sure that when the first responders want me to get up and walk, I can't walk. I'm supposed to curse a lot.
It's mandated to ensure that the local resources in the region can coordinate in case of a large-scale disaster.
The scenario for this mock disaster is a flight from Australia arriving at LAX. But soon after it lands, The aircraft crashes into a service vehicle on the runway, causing explosions and casualties.
If the need arises, we have an army of LAFD resources ready to respond from throughout the city to any major emergency here.
The Los Angeles Fire Department also bring out 2 newly acquired firefighting rigs to participate in today's practice. They say the new equipment bring up LAX's capacity for fire emergency response beyond the minimum requirement by the FAA. If 2 emergencies should happen at once, these new rigs will allow the fire department to respond to both. Today, volunteers were impressed with the emergency personnel.
I think it will give the public more confidence that in an event of a real emergency, that things will be handled properly.
Drills like this one happen at least once every 3 years at LAX. For Annabert Media, I'm Stephanie Wu.
UCLA unveiled a new program that provides mental health services for veterans.
And protesters rallied today hoping the city council would pass a bill that would lead to cleaner neighborhoods. Well, we'll see if they were successful.
And we have USC basketball's Julian Jacobs in the studio where he'll share his feelings about Kobe Bryant.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up 1 finger if you're a man. Women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
Other big sports news here tonight at USC. Lynn Swann will replace Pat Hayden as athletic director beginning July 1st. And reporter Caroline Deisley has more on Swann and what people think of him as the next AD.
1972 national champion, Super Bowl MVP, Hall of Famer, and now athletic director. Lynn Swann is a renowned collegiate and professional football player, but is he ready to take the reins as Pat Hayden's successor?
It's a really interesting hire. You know, we can speculate all we want and compare him to, you know, say Pat Hayden. I know a lot of people are doing that, or say that he has no experience in the athletic administration world, which is all accurate. But that doesn't mean he's not going to be an incredible fit for the university.
Swann, a USC graduate, was a reporter and host for ABC Sports. He also ran for governor of Pennsylvania and earned numerous accolades. In a memo released by the university, President Max Nikia said, "To his new role, Mr. Swann will bring the heart and soul of a Trojan." Swann added, "I am excited about coming back to USC. As athletic director, my goals for the student athletes will be to graduate, to win, and to experience." Though he has plenty of football experience, Lynn Swann will be responsible for all 21 sports, including more than 550 student athletes.
I mean, it's an incredibly important position considering how important sports are to the identity of USC.
You have to be plugged in on so many levels, and you have to be, you know, really, you have to have your A game on so many levels. It's a demanding job, especially at this level.
Especially at USC, the athletic director's job is just paramount.
Legendary USC alumni and current players took to social media today to express their excitement for the new hire. Current athletic director Pat Hayden called him a great person, leader, and Trojan, saying he will do a great job.
Former USC head coach Pete Carroll added he will be an outstanding leader and great champion for the Trojan cause. And current USC offensive lineman Zach Banner posted on his Instagram saying, "We are behind you, Mr. Swan. Lead us." Lynn Swan will be announced as the new USC athletic director tomorrow morning. For Annenberg Media, I'm Caroline Deisley.
UCLA's Operation Men launched its mental health program today for veterans and their families. The program offers healing, arts therapy, and social activities for post-9/11 veterans who are suffering from minor brain injuries and PTSD. Operation Men will offer advanced diagnostics and treatment planning for veterans.
We focused on communication, emotional regulation, and really creating family cohesion.
Many of our patients suffering from physical injuries also are suffering from what we call the invisible wounds. So it's really important that we look at the whole person and their family and try to treat them in the best way we know how.
Operation Men operates under UCLA's Semel Institute. Service members and their family members can learn more about the program at www.operationmen.ucla.edu.
The LA City Council approved land use restrictions that will reduce factory pollution in 3 working-class neighborhoods. Protesters from Boyle Heights, Sun Valley, and Wilmington rallied in support of the Clean Up, Green Up anti-pollution measure. The initiative would require homes within 1,000 feet of freeways to install high-grade air filters. The city would also create development standards and land use restrictions.
For years, environmental justice advocates have asked the city to use its land use authority in creating more sustainable communities.
These communities have notoriously been the dumping ground for the city's intense industrial land uses.
The city introduced this approach to cleaning up neighborhoods back in 2011. It will start as a pilot program and affect about 1,000 businesses. So Ryan, summer is close, school's ending. What do you think?
I think it's time to hit the beach just one last time before you have to cramp down for finals. Let's check in and get a look at the forecast.
Thank you so much, Ryan. If you're one of the lucky few with time to relax this weekend, I'll give you a quick weather update. As you can see right now, we have fair conditions, sunny skies, and 73% humidity with 71 degrees. We'll start off heading east of LA to look at tomorrow's highs. As you can see, Riverside is going to be 75 degrees, Palm Springs 88 if you're planning on any music festivals. On the west side, you can see Malibu 66 degrees if you want to hit the beach, and the valley will be 70 degrees. But if you're planning to go to Disneyland, Anaheim's going to be 69 degrees, USC is going to be 68 degrees. Over the 5-day forecast, you can see that we're going to have 70s, 80s. Things will be mostly sunny with Saturday a high of 82 degrees. So guys, what are you guys planning to do on your weekend?
82 is hot. But I think I'm gonna just stay here and soak in the sun. Thank you so much. The Graduate Student Senate will vote Monday on whether or not to make USC a smoke-free campus. We asked students if they think this is a good idea.
The fact that the government banning smoking on campus is a good thing. A lot of people don't like secondhand smoke and it's bad for you.
People should be allowed to smoke. People can make their own choices about their health. And people know the risks.
I do not think smoking is good for the health of the USC campus community or students in general, but I do think it is an issue for international students because it is part of the culture.
The undergraduate student government already voted to get rid of smoking on campus. The faculty still has to weigh in, and the administration will have the last word.
You know, Ryan, I can't believe it's Kobe's last game. I'm surely going to miss him.
I think that makes one of us. Let's check in and get a look at sports.
Yes, Suji. Thanks, guys. It's a busy day in the sports world. Find out why is Kobe Bryant's nickname the Black Mamba. And live in studio, USC junior guard talks Kobe and what it's like to play basketball in LA. All that and more coming up.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Welcome back to ATVN. Have you ever wondered how Kobe Bryant got the nickname the Black Mamba? Well, there's an interesting story behind it. Kobe adopted the nickname as an alter ego in 2003 after watching the movie Kill Bill. He was inspired by the agility and aggressiveness of a snake in the movie. He then did some background research on the animal, which motivated him to use this as a description of how he wanted his game to be. Earlier in the show, you got to hear from Kobe fans and got a live look at LA Live. But how has Kobe's legacy in the NBA affected top college basketball talent in LA? I'm joined by USC junior guard Julian Jacobs. Julian, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me, Natalie. You were a little generous with the top talent in LA. Thank you.
Hey, it's the truth. It's the truth.
Thank you.
So, Julian, how has Kobe Bryant inspired you to fulfill your dream to play in the NBA?
Well, if I'm being brutally honest, I wasn't always a huge Kobe fan. I know I might get shunned on my way out of here. I think it's, Kobe Bryant has affected me in more ways than just basketball. I'm sure you guys, have heard just the work ethic, that's the legacy he's sort of leaving behind on me. He's a guy who works on his craft. He perfects everything. He gave 100% of everything that he did, and I think that's the biggest thing I'll take away from Kobe Bryant. But yeah, he's sort of a player that I learned to respect as I got older, and then I appreciated him as I matured.
So from out of state yourself, Julian, and playing basketball in Los Angeles, what is it like to play just down the street from Kobe in the Staples Center?
Yeah, I think since I've been here, it's been a little different just because the Lakers haven't been, at the top of the league, like they are traditionally. But it's great. I've got to see him play 2 or 3 times now in person, and it was always, one of my dreams to, witness him, live. And so it's been incredible. I think with the loyal fan base here in LA and just the entire West Coast, everyone's a Laker fan, and so it's honestly a privilege to have watched him play live, and I'm just really glad I got to see him.
So Julian, you've seen him play live. What's your favorite Kobe Bryant moment or memory?
Yeah, I have two. One was completely off of the court. He shot a commercial in, I think, 2009 where he jumps over this car. This car is coming at him, and he jumps over and he's advertising for the sneaker. And me and my friends, probably debated for like months after, like, was that real? Did he actually jump over it? Turns out he didn't, but it was an awesome commercial. And I think my second favorite moment that I can recall was watching him in the 2006 playoffs against the Suns. He actually hit the game winner in the playoffs, and I just remember watching it, thinking, how competitive and how fierce he was, and it was really awesome to experience. So
those are some amazing memories.
Yeah.
What does it feel like? This will be the last game you'll be able to watch Kobe Bryant play.
I think it'll be emotional. I think you're definitely going to see all the big names in LA there at the game, which would be pretty exciting. But at the end of the day, I think it's a bittersweet feeling. Bitter in the sense that this is the last time we'll get to see him on the court, for now, anyways. And secondly, you can just learn to appreciate what he's done for the league and this entire organization in this city. So,
thank you so much for coming in,
No
Julian.
worries.
We're
Thank you
honored
so
to
much.
have you, and enjoy watching the game tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you. You guys too.
Moving on to the field, the number 5 USC women's lacrosse team heads to the Midwest to face 2 pivotal non-conference opponents on Friday. The women of Troy play number 16 Northwestern, and on Monday they face a number 10 Notre Dame.
I think this year kind of different than other years is we feel really experienced. And with that senior class, like you were saying, they're so big and they were such an important part of kind of building this program. So I think they've really set the tone for the rest of us.
The women of Troy are 13-0, their best record in their 4-year history. With the majority of the team being from the East Coast, the women of Troy have adapted nicely to life on the West Coast. Since the beginning of the season, the Trojans' defense has been a key factor in helping them come out against their top opponents. With only 4 games left in the regular season, the number 5 ranked USC lacrosse players hope to continue their flawless record. Ryan and Suji, back to you at the desk.
All right, thank you, Natalie.
A lot can change in 20 years. Like Suji here, she was just a baby when Kobe Bryant came into the NBA.
We'll take a look at what else has changed since Kobe began his career 2 decades ago.
The earthquakes you see in movies are one thing, but real life is a completely different animal. Just because you can't predict an earthquake doesn't mean that you can't prepare for one. In the event of a real earthquake, you should drop, cover, and hold on. Visit ready.gov/earthquake and practice what to do to keep you and your family safe in the event of a real earthquake. And you'll be seen as a hero by your family and your loved ones.
Visit ready.gov/earthquake today.
Hey, look, it's those guys.
What's up? What's happening today?
Let's hit those pearly whites, man.
Yeah! The boys, check it out. Stand up, do my chair, it's gonna compare us.
Ooh, cute.
Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
Hey girl, what's up? What's the name? What's good? What's up?
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Sir, go and step out of the vehicle for me.
Yes, sir. See ya, buddy. Today, Sean's got a hearing. We'll see how it goes. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
A lot has changed since Kobe Bryant first took to the NBA hardwood in 1996. Let's take a look at some of those changes. Look at Kobe as a rookie donning number 8, now looking a little more serious in that number 24. When he came into the league, a Clinton was in the White House. Now another is trying to get there. Cell phones back then were only good for making calls, and the hit shows at the time were ER, Seinfeld, and Friends. Now it's shows like The Big Bang Theory, Empire, and Game of Thrones. All right, well, thanks for watching Annenberg TV News. From everyone at Annenberg Media, I'm Suji Nam.
And I'm Ryan Thompson. You can catch us on the web at uscannenbergmedia.com. Good night.